Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland, BROWNS. Let's get to the news now, folks. There's a lot to unpack when it comes to the Cleveland Browns and their latest moves heading into what promises to be an intriguing NFL season. And I mean, when you look at the big picture, it's impossible not to get excited about some of the developments surrounding the team, especially with the spotlight now shining on their newest rookie quarterback, Shedeur Sanders. Yes, you heard that right, Shedeur Sanders, the former Colorado standout, the guy who's been making headlines during the offseason, even if not always for the reasons you might expect. The Browns took a bit of a gamble by selecting Sanders in the 5th round of this year's draft. Now, some fans might have expected a higher pick for a quarterback with his talents, but it's clear that Cleveland's management saw something in him, potential, raw talent, and perhaps a bit of that competitive edge that you want in a young quarterback fighting for his spot. It's important to remember that Shedeur is stepping into a challenging environment. The Browns are loaded with talent, and competition at the quarterback position is fierce. He's up against 3 other quarterbacks vying for that starting job during training camp and preseason. It's going to be a battle right from day one. But of course, when you talk about Shedeur Sanders, there's always that extra layer of attention, especially after some of the issues he faced in the offseason. You see, despite the buzz about his arm, his football IQ, and his leadership qualities on the field, Sanders found himself in some trouble off the field, which has raised eyebrows among fans and critics alike. Specifically, he was cited for 2 separate speeding tickets during the offseason, incidents that didn't exactly help his image or credibility. And if you're a Browns fan, you probably already know these details, but let's go through them for the record. In June, Sanders was pulled over twice by Ohio State Patrol officers, and both times, the violations involved excessive speeding. The first incident happened on June 5th, when he was clocked driving at 91 miles per hour in a 65 mph zone. That's a substantial difference, and it's the kind of thing that makes coaches and management sit up and take notice. The second citation came a couple of weeks later, when police records show Sanders was driving at 101 mph in a 60 mph zone. Now, these aren't just minor infractions, they're dangerous, reckless even, especially for someone in his position. Naturally, the Browns didn't just brush it off. General Manager Andrew Berry publicly addressed the situation during a team practice, calling it not smart. And he was right to do so. Berry acknowledged that the team has addressed this issue directly with Sanders, emphasizing that he understands the gravity of his actions. It's not just about the legal consequences, but about maturity, responsibility, and setting a good example, especially when you're in the spotlight as a rookie quarterback. Berry made it clear that while they're standing by Sanders, they expect growth and accountability from him moving forward. And it's worth noting that despite the controversy, Sanders has taken positive steps in the Cleveland community. After the incidents, he didn't retreat or shy away. Instead, he stepped up and organized a community event called the Garden Valley Fun Fest. This event was a way for him to give back, to reconnect with the fans and residents of Cleveland after a tough incident. The event offered free food, games, haircuts, and more for local residents, especially those impacted by a recent fire that displaced over 40 families from an apartment complex. Sanders spoke about his motivation, saying, "I just wanted a day for everybody to get out here and have some enjoyment, some excitement, and bring that family atmosphere back." He attended the event with Mike Hall Jr., a former standout from Ohio State, which shows that Sanders is also making an effort to build positive relationships within the local sports community. It's clear he's aware of the responsibilities that come with being an NFL player and a role model, especially in a city like Cleveland, which has a passionate and dedicated fan base. Browns fans are known for their resilience and loyalty, and they expect their players to demonstrate maturity and leadership, both on and off the field. Looking ahead, the question that everyone is asking is how Sanders will adapt to the NFL level. Will his talent translate? Can he handle the pressure of competing in a team that's hungry for success? The Browns are in a unique position. They have a solid roster with talented players, but the quarterback position remains the most critical. The competition is fierce, with the coaching staff watching closely, especially as Sanders tries to carve out his role. The preseason will be crucial, and all eyes will be on him during training camp. But it's not just about Sanders. The Browns have other key players who are vital to their success this season. The team's defense, led by players like Myles Garrett, remains one of the most formidable units in the league. Garrett's pass-rushing ability is legendary and continues to be a nightmare for opposing quarterbacks. On offense, the team's running game, quarterback play, and offensive line will be under scrutiny, especially with the new additions and adjustments made during the offseason. This season, expectations are high. Fans are eager to see if Cleveland can finally put everything together and make a real push for the playoffs, maybe even a deep run. The AFC North is no longer the same, with shifts happening behind the scenes, and the Browns are right at the center of it. The division has become more competitive with teams like Baltimore, Cincinnati, and Pittsburgh all looking to assert their dominance, but Cleveland has the talent and the drive to challenge them. And let's not forget, the NFL is a league where second chances matter. Sanders' off-field issues, while concerning, don't define his entire career. What matters now is how he responds, how he matures, and how he performs on the field. The coaching staff is giving him opportunities, and it's up to him to prove that he's ready to handle the pressure, to show that he can be a leader, and to contribute to the team's success. As we get closer to the season, all eyes will be on Sanders and the Browns. Will he live up to the hype? Will he settle into the role and impress the coaches? Or will the off-field distractions continue to pose challenges? One thing is certain. Cleveland fans are passionate and patient, but they also demand excellence. They want to see their team compete at the highest level and contend for a Super Bowl. And with a roster that's talented and a young quarterback with a lot to prove, this season could be one of the most exciting in recent memory. Now, it's not just about the individual stories, but about the bigger picture. The Browns have shown resilience over the years. They've had ups and downs, but every season brings new hope. The arrival of Sanders adds a new chapter, one filled with potential, controversy, and opportunity. The team's leadership, including head coach Kevin Stefanski, will have their hands full guiding this young quarterback and managing expectations. They've seen the talent, but they also know that maturity and consistency are key if they want to reach their goals. So, Browns fans, what do you think? Are you excited about Sanders' potential? Do you believe he can handle the pressure and become the franchise quarterback Cleveland has been searching for? Or do you think these off-field issues will hold him back? Whatever your opinion, one thing is clear. The upcoming season is set to be a roller coaster, and the Browns are at the heart of it. The division is tougher than ever, but Cleveland has a shot if everything comes together. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cleveland Browns. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Cleveland Browns news.